SIMPtuations.
All right, man. So here's what happened. I met this chick in this bar, and she's attractive. You know what I'm saying? And she has like an athletic build. You know what I'm saying? So when I say athletic, I don't mean like swole or like diesel, but you can tell that she played a sport or something in college, or she still plays a sport. You know. And on top of that, she was dressed conservatively, you know? So I don't know about anybody else, but that does it for me. Like when a female dresses conservatively, like that to me is a big turn on because it shows that she has confidence in herself and she doesn't have to go out and show her body to the world to gain acceptance, you know what I'm saying? Or to feel good about herself. So I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and let me go ahead and go like strike up a conversation, you know, and get her a drink, and I got her a drink, and then after we did that, we exchanged numbers or whatever, and we did all that, and then about a day or so later, I gave her a call, you know, and I set up a date. I'm like, hey, let's go do whoop de whoop, right? So we ended up agreeing to go on a date to a sports bar, you know.
Yeah.
Try again. Come on, Dre. You gotta dictate, my brother. Dictate. Look, imperative statements only. It's all about imperative statements. Don't no one got time for all this waffling in between. Well, hey, how do you feel about this? And well, I kind of feel this, and I was thinking don't no one got time for all that. Look, if a chick is into you, she'll go and feed garbage to the possums with you at midnight. I'm not saying I'm about that life, but I'm just saying if a chick likes you, she gonna do whatever you say. Or at least try it out. Come on, Dre. Because I like sports, she likes sports, you know. It was a match made in heaven, shit. So I'm like, hey, let's go ahead and go to the sports bar. So I get to the sports bar, I'm looking smooth, you know, I'm on my John Shaft shit. You know, I got on like my jeans and I got on like a leather coat, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking smooth. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, it sounds like you dressed for a Cialis commercial. And then I get there early, I get a table for us and everything. And then she shows up, and she shows up in like sweatpants, a hoodie, socks, and flops. Nigga, that wasn't no date. She thought y'all were buddy. Come on, Dre. Damn. All I know is that if I were to show up on her first date like that, the date would probably get cut real short. But anyways, you know, she showed up that way. I'm not a female. I'm not gonna worry about that, you know. But so she had on sweatpants and hoodie and shit, but she wasn't funky though. She was clean, but she just looked like she just like left practice or something like that. So we're there and we're watching the game, you know what I'm saying? And we're talking sports and stats and everything, and it's a good date. So I think sports and stats, a good date. You think? Man, come on, Dre. Look, the only stat you should be concerned about is how many bodies you got on that roster. Are you filling out a roster? You know? So I think things are going so well that I built a time bridge for another date. So I'm like, hey, on Thursday at such and such a time, I'm gonna go see this movie. You know, do you want to? I said, you're more than welcome to join me if you want. So she accepted, and then she confirmed that you know she was gonna come or whatever. So we meet up at the movies that Thursday. We go in, we sit down, and now in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, okay, what do I have to do to show this chick that I like her? Man, come on, Dre. Look, if you asking this on date number 2, then you done already fucked up. See, first off, you have to have the mindset that it's a privilege for her to be with you on your time. Secondly, you have to indirectly make your intentions clear. Now, what do I mean by that? Towards the end of the first date, you gotta be like, hey, what you got going on later on tonight? Oh, okay, well, you trying to swing through my spot? Now, 9 times out of 10,
she gonna be like, hell no. But what this does is it sets the tone that this ain't gonna be no buddy buddy shit. And if she accepts another date from you, she should expect nothing less. Come on, Dre. Shit.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going through the mental Rolodex in my mind. I'm like, okay, well, do you put your arm around her? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you pull her in close? Do you say something? Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what I come up with is I basically like reach my hand down and then I like grab her hand and I pull our hands up on the armrest and we hold hands and she hold my hand back. So I'm like, good move, Dre. I'm like, yes, this is it, you know? So I'm thinking that, you know, this is it, you know, and good move. So we're holding hands or whatever, and then in about maybe like 1 minute into holding hands, she kind of like drops my hand. It's weird. It's like, it's not a complete like push, but it's a release, and then she just like drops her hand down. So I'm thinking to myself, okay, don't panic. You know, maybe this was just, you know, maybe she got tired of holding hands or whatever. And okay, no big deal. So I thought. So after the movie, I walk into her car. I'm like, hey, had a good time tonight, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to call you later on in the week so we can, you know, maybe do something else. And she's like, cool. So this time, instead of trying to call her back within a day or two, I said, you know what? I'm going to try to play it cool. Let me go ahead and call her back in like 3 days this time, you know? So I call her back in 3 days, or I text her back in 3 days, and then I don't hear nothing for like 4 hours. So then I text her again, and then real short text like, hey, what's going on, yada, yada, yada. Hey, hope you had a good weekend, woo, 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 you know, nothing. So then the next day I call her again, or no, I try texting her again the next day, nothing. So then the day after that, I tried calling her and nothing. And I even left a voicemail, I think. And then it was in that moment that I realized that I got ghosted. And that was it.
Man, she ain't deserve all that attention. You should have known after the handhold drop that that was it. Right? Like, look, if she was really into you, she would have given you another indicator of interest, or IOI, right? Like, she would have done something like leaned in closer to you or laid her head on your shoulder or something. Man, to save face after the movie, you should have just been like, hey, good night, and just head straight to your car. Man, come on, Dre.